many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
I will hold It's not bad if you want the light to win because the designs look cool. It's just human nature. All the evil shit is always the coolest. Starved? You want them to live in the world with the purple flowers. Well, there is technically one there now. Titania, we gotta go kill her. She's living there now. I almost said hello to myself because I saw another color name typing in the chat, and then I realized it was me talking to you. I should not be streaming. No, I didn't see your paintings, B-dubs. I've been sleeping all day. Well, I wasn't there for a minute. I saw you painting some mountains, I think. But then I fell back asleep. They're awesome? Good. Good. Where are we going? Speak with the enormous Amaro. Hello? I need a jumbo Amaro. Are you a jumbo Amaro? You look like a normal-sized Amaro. Where's a big, giant, thick daddy Amaro? Ooh, there's one that's all sleepy. Hey, dude. How's it going? Are you sick? Or are you just sleepy? An enormous Amaro slumbers peacefully. What will you say? Am I supposed to know what to say? Shit, did they tell us that at the end of the last stream? Cal. No response. Seto. There we go. It's funny, I wanted to pick Seto, but for some reason I didn't. Ardbert? Was this Ardbert's mount, friend? Oh, forgive me, I was having a dream. Seldom do men visit us. What brings you to our village? Did I hear you all right? You desire the crystal shoes, that you may confront the Light Warden. No, you mustn't think such thoughts. Even if you are indeed immune to the light's corruption as you claim, vanquishing the king will bring you naught but sorrow. Forget this folly. Return whence you came. While we appreciate your concern, we have no choice in the matter. Will you not reconsider? Come, my friends, let us leave him with his thoughts. "'Tis harder by far to change the minds of they who mean well than they who mean ill. Forgive me, but I'm not sure I understand. A little wonder, 'tis the first time thou hast set foot here. 'Twould behoove you all to learn something of the nature of this community, I think, and there is no sooner way than to speak with its members. In such wise, you will come to understand Seto's reasoning for refusing us, and I hope gain an insight into how he may yet be persuaded. So I bid ye seek out the Amaro, and make yourselves known unto them. A gentle touch shall suffice by way of a greeting. Gently place your hand on their shoulder. Squeeze, firmly but gently. Yay, making friends with camel birds. My favorite. Ooh, and there's an aether current over here. Over here. Well now, it is not often that we are visited by men, much less ones so unglamoured much less unglamoured ones. What brings you so far from your own kind? Excuse you, but I am glamoured into my finest attire. Thank you very much. I'm standing a little close to you. Wait, I can't speak with him? What the poop? What the poop? Weird. Am I supposed to... Oh, I'm supposed to pet them. Oh my god, I literally have to pet them. That's adorable. How long has it been since last I felt a man's touch? Girl, sing it. I cannot help but be reminded of my master's hand. Oh, he was so good with his hands. He was a knight of Volbert, a noble and valiant soul. But like so many others, he died fighting the Sin-Eaters. Though he is long departed, I remain in this land out of respect for his memory. Tell me more about where he touched you. Are you one of those treasure hunters? There is nothing left for you here. Oh, that tickles. Enough. I never had a master. I'm not accustomed to it. Not that I dislike your hand, you understand. On the contrary, we Amaro were bred to be fond of men. Specifically men, not women. In the beginning, we were all of us mindless beasts, but then a mage of Ranka gave us the gift of intelligence that we might better serve our masters. After that empire fell, those with the gift eventually died out. On rare occasions, however, we are born with the seed of an ancestor in us. If we live long enough amongst men, this seed may quicken, restoring the power of speech to us amongst other things. So it was with me, though I never had a master, as I told you. Alright, so if I put my hand on them, then I can fill them with my ancestral seed. Got it. I think we've learned what goes down in this village. What is all the commotion? Did something happen while we slumbered? I don't know. Let me Gucci goo you behind your ear and we'll find out. Gucci Gucci goo. Grrr, what's happening? Why am I being petted? It's wonderful. Seldom do we have the chance to enjoy the attentions of men. Your kind are loath to come here to fear of the Fey folk. But then we are Fey folk too. When first we made our home here, we swore an oath to the Fairy King, you see. 'Tis easy to forget sometimes. Well, if you swore an oath to the Fairy King, then you should want them set free. Thou hast peered into the hearts of the Amaro, I take it? Then thou canst not choose but see the intense and abiding love they bear for men. It is out of concern for our welfare and not scorn that Seto seeketh to dissuade us from confronting their king. Yet confront their king we must, and to do that end we must needs have the crystal shoes. Well, from the sounds of it, I think a bunch of these men may be wearing the crystal shoes. Bani, might I prevail upon thee to confer with Seto in private? The task of slaying the Light Warden will ultimately be thine, and it is for thee, I believe, that he worrieth most to tell him of thy many great deeds, spoken in earnest. Thy words may yet move him to change his mind. Going on a private date with the enormous Amaro. I hope that's not just a nickname. You have spoken with my brethren, then you see it is not out of scorn that I deny you the relic. I simply cannot bear to see men fight and die, not anymore. None of us can. To lose one who has placed a gentle hand on us ever once filled our hearts with untold sorrow, as my brothers and sisters will readily attest. I'll win, don't worry. What am I to make of such declarations? Tell me, why do you wish this? This land is no longer man's to fight for, nor will your doing so compel the Fey folk to change, and in order to obtain the other relics, you will already have paid the due price. Not more is owed. Why then would you risk all to face our fallen king? Do what no one else can, to keep promises to my friends, to save the world. To keep promises to my friends. What did you say? The very words. Could it be mere coincidence? Very well. You may believe what you say, but we shall see if you have the strength to do it. Sin-eaters have been prowling the area of late. Prove yourself against them, and I will consider giving you the relic. See that you are well prepared, then meet me in the clearing to the east. There I will lure out the fiends, that you may slay them. Jump this wall. I sort of did it. Ooh, excuse me, I just ran over your tail. Was that a good touch or a bad touch? Yoink. We just park right alongside you. We're buddies now. I will use my voice to lure out the sin-eaters, as I once did when I hunted with an old friend. A feeble cry for the ravenous, a mighty roar for the territorial. I still remember the tricks. But come, we will begin at your signal. Ready then? Very well. Are you ready, kids? SpongeBob SquarePants. Do have 4 wings, and camel humps, and floofy throats. Polar bears of doom. more sin eaters left, or did we get them all? Got them all. You made short work of those creatures. I will not deny it. I have seen enough. Let us return to Wolleckdorf. Sure, easy for you to say. I gotta walk there. I'm gonna teleport because I'm lazy as shit. By the ease with which you slew those sin-eaters, I see that you are capable. However, I still require the time to think, and if you should be willing, there is a favor I would ask of you. Sure. Scratch my tushy. This is not a test of your strength, but a personal request. Please hear my tale. A while ago, I fought sin-eaters who had wandered into Ilmeg. In the heat of battle, I dropped a prized possession, a medallion. Of all the places that it should fall, it was Longmere Lake. We Amaro are not fond of the water. We certainly cannot dive very deep. I briefly entertained the thought of turning to the Forth. But then they are more likely to keep my medallion out of mischief than return it to me. I despaired of retrieving my treasure, but having seen what you are capable of, perhaps you will be able to find it. While I ponder your request for the shoes, will you not go and search for my medallion? If it should elude even you, I will accept that it is gone forever. I would love to. Oh my god, where am I going to search for this? Way the shit over here? Oh, I don't remember how to dive. Is it tab? Control? Alt? Oh no, I remember how to dive. Believe me, I have a list. I have a list of ways to go. Let's ride my motorcycle under the water. Ooh, the music's even prettier under the water. Yay, we got the medallion. Longmere Lake. I guess I can teleport back here, can't I? Boop, boop. Ah, you are returned. How fared your search? Here you go, my dude. One medallion.
Ah, my medallion! You found it!
Totally, this is not how I imagined his voice at all.
Oh, I know not how to thank you. It is my most treasured possession. A gift from a dear departed soul. He was a traveler, and together we journeyed to the ends of the world and back again. When I was young. In those days, I could not speak. But we found joy in each other's company nonetheless. Oh, the memories.
I was thinking what his name from, Christopher Lee, yeah.
This medallion he found during an adventure. Fashioned it into a necklace for me, his partner in crime.
I love how unbelievably gay this subplot is.
I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy.
Ardbert! You said you'd never speak of what we did in that...
His name was Ardbert, and he was my friend.
Ardbert, thou sayest?
Everyone blamed him for the flood. Him and his comrades. Some few spoke up for them, of the many whose lives they had touched. But as the years went by, their voices were drowned out by those who only uttered the adventurers' names as a curse. It was too much to bear. And so I left behind men and their lies, and came to this place.
You can just say you left behind men. The rest is implied.
Ardbert was a trusting soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man. He deserved to be happy. I wish I could have told him that, at least.
I'm sure Ardbert knows how you feel.
You remind me of him. Your kindness. When we Amaro were created, we were granted the ability to perceive souls. Thus did we recognize our masters. That ability has long since faded from our kind. But due perhaps to my reversion, I can see your soul. Faintly, but surely. It is reminiscent of Ardbert's. Strikingly so. Of course, you are you and no one else. We are defined not by the soul we are born with, but the path we walk. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel that this is more than mere coincidence. Which is why I will place my faith in you. The relic. It is yours.
There's trouble! Terrible trouble!
Something happened at Lida Loran.
Together with the twins, we were playing tricks on some nasty mortals to stop them from setting foot in Ilmeg. At first, they ran off screaming, which was lots of fun. But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything. None of our tricks seemed to work on him, which is no fun at all. And now they're getting closer and closer.
Ranjit. If he manages to find his way in, all our efforts will have been for naught.
As thou sayest. Should we be discovered ere our mission here is complete, and the Light Warden yet liveth, our task will be rendered nigh impossible. If we are to prevail, we must needs divide our forces. Thus do I propose the following. Whilst thou salliest forth to meet with the Light Warden, we shall join in the effort to obstruct the trespassers. Should we succeed in staying their advance, all the better. Yet even should we fail, if we can but delay our enemy's arrival long enough for thee to secure victory, our plan may still be deemed a success.
So the moment the lights go out, we all beat a hasty retreat, yes?
Let me come with you. I have the blessing too.
No, Midfilia. You'll only get on the foot. Now come.
Come, child. To daddy's heels. Shh, shh, shh. Come here, girl.
I wish there were more I could do. Please be careful.
The fuck is up with their relationship? I know, right? Memento of a friend. Forgive me, it seems my indecision has cost you precious time, but I am convinced now, convinced that you will triumph. To the south you will find a bridge to Leingia. As the bearer of the 4 relics, the gate to the castle will open to you. The bearer of the 4 relics. That's me. You should dinner. Look, more rainbow circles. And a puka. What? Oh my god, what the fuck is this thing? It's adorable. It's as terrifying as it is adorable. I love it. The gate has recognized that you bear all 4 relics. The seal is broken. All that remains is to enter the castle and confront Titania, a being bereft of reason and mercy. It is sure to be a ferocious battle, but if anyone can bring an end to the king's torment, it is you. Yet know this, my adorable sapling, though we Fey folk may appear to live unfettered lives, there are still laws that bind us. To take back as such as is taken, to create as much as is destroyed, to give as much as is received. In all things, balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not, come what may, your beautiful branch will ever be at your side. The dancing plague is now accessible. Great! An 8-man trial that I gotta play with other people. Just what I want to do right now. On the plus side, if you die, it's okay. Is it? I probably will die. Maybe they can carry me through to victory and they don't even need me. But you're not here. You're gonna leave me to go make dinner. While we're waiting for that, let's go explore around up here. Maybe I can sneak in the back door of the castle, shank Titania in the spine, and then... Oh, look, there is a back door. Look, I don't even need to go through the castle. Oh, you pre-made food yesterday. Nice. Oh, here we go. Come on, Mr. Tank. Ooh, we look like a fun group. Here he is, the king of the Fays. Has so much time lost, so much freckling and festering left undone. We must make up for it. We must begin by playing with you.
dead.
Oh, do I want to be in the water? I don't know what's happening. They're all standing in the water.
When you play with fire.
I don't know what's happening.
We're sick of this crapped old castle. Let's plan.
Ooh, there's a lot of glittery shit happening. Ooh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh shit, why did they move? Why did they move?
like the leaves on the side.
Oh shit, there's some sort of trick in this fight. Shit, we're dead.
This is so much fun. Let's play some more.
Oh shit.
Come and play.
Okay, do we know what happened there? Because I don't know what happened
Sleep
there.
when you're dead.
I don't know. Nobody said anything after we started again.
Wet, wet, wet. When you play with fire.
Shit, B-dubs, thank you, but I can't read all that in the middle of this.
We're sick of this cramped old castle. Let's play in the forest.
Something about targeting the tank and not being near the tank. Okay. noticed that all three of them came back huge. Oh, shit. I was too close to the middle.
And dance like the leaves on the side.
Okay, the tank needed to do their special shield, maybe?
Let's play some more.
Woo! Nice.
We can play no more.
I forgot we're gonna make a dark spot in the sky again. Beautiful. There were lots of new people in here, presumably, or they just like to watch the cutscene. And I got commendations, nice.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak. The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose.
To dress
For
you
they
in
are
fabulous
not only
drag.
keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place. However, should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us, never again to live as men do. My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind.
I'd like to taste the fruits of my garden. Wait.
Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
They're gonna become the new king? I like how there was no discussion. They were just like, yep, it's me. I'm the new king. Clearly you don't want this. Oh, they're beautiful.
Kinla, Ilishla, Ilmek, Okbra.
Rejoice and revel. The kingdom of rainbows is forever young.
Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
Yes, let's kick some ass.
Confound it. How did they get here so fast?
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
How in the seven hells?
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose my patience.
Oh, stop! It hurts! It hurts!
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to your maw. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself. Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
Ooh, Alizé.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
Look! The sky!
He's done it. The Warrior of Darkness has triumphed. General? What are our orders? What do we do?
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the Warrior of Darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive! Are you deaf? I said...
The king has returned.
What's happening?
Make ready fast.
Water? That wasn't there before.
This night is delightful.
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it! General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat.
All who stand with a Warrior of Darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Feaul volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wished to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now. paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength. In return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
I'll be sad to lose you. Yes. Milk it.
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side. Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would your Isnefis.
Damn, I thought I was rid of you. Ne'er for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe, yet the majesty of thine achievement delighteth me none the less. Night hath returned to Ilmeg, and we stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th umbral calamity. 'Tis but a pity thou wert not present to see the fair folk put the Yulmorans to flight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. But what valuable allies they may prove, were the mood only to take them. I knew you would come. I knew you could do it, and not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going, together, needless to say, to the bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake and all. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking through with the Fey folk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful that the city was spared Yulmore's attention, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for us all when I say that I've had a belly full of Ilmeg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. It would seem aught is
well at the
amiss.
Crystarium.
Yes. Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
This bitch.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity...
Emmett Sulk.
I am Emmett Selk, Ascian.
Called it.
Gaius spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Brea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle? Oh, it is truly, deeply.
This guy's voice. There's a Monty Python skit where one of the dudes is a priest with a silly voice, and that's all I can think of when he speaks. It sounds just like him. Marriage.
Infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Is that Princess Bride? But the guy who plays him is one of the guys from Monty Python. But that's what it reminds me of.
Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all. Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters!
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all, but that's no different from what Lahabred did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Totally.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright.
Urianger just went full gambit on his ass.
If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Bani. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. Time to go dream of Ardbert. My doppelganger husband from another time zone, another dimension. Ooh, what is this? Marriage. Oh, it's this basket. I'm gonna get this as a house decor. Funny. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray, take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the Flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in White appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the Flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. one should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Not everything.
You mean Seto? Well, that's... I suppose you're right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big, and he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him.
My face. Oh, it was cute.
What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Goat Ra. He's my lover boy. You didn't eat all those sandwiches and still have those abs. Nice try, video game. Yes, we told him all about my lover, Lord Emmerich. And my trusty steed, Goat Ra. A party soon divided. Good evening to you, sir. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the ocular. He asked that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Oh, why don't I? Look at these beautiful terracotta floors.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon? Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs. And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
But we like fisting, don't we, Bani? I mean, we like it, but it, like, you know, it takes a while to work up to that, you know. It's not easy. A colonel, perhaps, not on a jot. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't. Yeah.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Amber.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amarang, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me. You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A chain letter.
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luram.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance? Of course. Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey unto Fort Job, that we might secure this relic. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within the hallowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Headgear coffer. We got all sorts of shit. So who's this? A sandwich basket. Sure, we'll put that over here. It's one of these stupid hoods. No thanks. It's not as good as what I'm wearing. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites serve not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. But the creatures which they did rise from the fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, set to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin-Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of those worshippers of shadows did they migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. It's an underground chapel. Are there stairs? Oriange. Stairs. Nice. Ooh, blue fire. At least I think it's blue. Azula's been here. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has been borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, and its followers did want for a place of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to the worshippers of the dark, the Knights Blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Oft and many times did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labor to learn all she may about the blessed and their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see, while reading. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she is yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Oh, Ozai, are you excited because I cut my nails? Search your surroundings for the tablet. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target an area and inspect with, okay. Searching for tablets. Les tablites. Oh, there it is. There it is. On the shelf. The Ark of the Covenant. You have located the time-worn tablet. You're damn right I have. Within the altar, thou sayest. It's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right. You put your hands on your hips, and tuck your penis inside. You do the pelvic thrust. Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Ranka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Into the woods? Is that my next mission? I needed that in order to unlock... Oh no, this is into the dark. I need to go into the woods so we can do the next role quest. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I felt compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases master their disciplines. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the great wood's border. Master Matoya. That's why she calls him Master Matoya in the trailer. Alright, speak with Mykrant. How do I get to there? Oh, I need to ride my motorcycle. Ozai, you horny devil. What do you want? I know, I freshly sharpened my claws, and so you want me to scratch your tushy. But I can't scratch your tushy and play the game at the same time. Mercant. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course. Right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
The Raktika Greatwood.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly.
My Discord just did something weird. You mean the best painting you did? Yeah, there is now an exclamation mark over it for me. Really? I don't see anything like that. All looks normal to me on my end.
To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Tis plain our Asian counterpart meaneth to follow whosoever we lead, where otherwise he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin-Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls in want of guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gone. I don't know, that's weird, B-dubs. Maybe it was a weird connection issue. That is a giant-ass gorilla. It's called a grass man. This gorilla is a grass man. That is fucking terrifying. No thank you.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them!
These senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
We're not Sin Eaters. We just all chose to have white hair for some reason. Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Who this?
Enough. Runar, report.
Y'shtola.
Master Matoya!
Ooh, she got a new outfit. She looking like a goth queen now.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
Puissant.
It cannot be.
It's been too long, girl. Nice to see you, Master Matoya.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
You have been busy since arriving at the first, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travels in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blesseds have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. They all have Ebola. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelveswood, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Ooh, pretty. Hold on, let me attune to this first. I have a habit of not attuning and then walking away.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself.
Yet for some reason we have a garden with plants that require light.
It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape.
And they are bunny girls.
Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
I know I can't pork her, but I really want to.
Concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Bitch!
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Fall in love with Benever. Into the dark. I got a fresh new pair of pants. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect, though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alfino have changed since arriving here in the first. What will you say? Oh, why is it like this? This is like a totally different setup. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. Ooh, I don't think she's changed. She's always been a bitch. That's the best part about her. Change is a part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I'll have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look at Slitherbow. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. I would love to. Hello, furry cat daddy. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystarium, I see, and this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be all right if I joined you? Of course, anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the great fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin-Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow may have come to find solace. That is not to say that we're not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt that others feel the same. She is as much a part of this Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all that she does in service to the darkness. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to, so long as they reside within Slitherbough. To show reverence to the dark. In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. These shadows don't make sense. This game is 10 years old. Give it a break. There is a graphical overhaul coming with the next expansion, which is probably next year sometime. They're going to start redoing all the graphics. That'll be interesting to see how that happens and if my computer can still run it. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. A simple, perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Iroh, what's up, buddy? You have food? As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. That wasn't water, honey. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? Horny. I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests, they are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are Sin-Eaters. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than a chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbough. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alan Tuta, in the language of Ranka, is in one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. Yes, you stick out your index finger, make a circle with your index and thumb on your other hand, and then thrust in and out with the other. You need not worry, merely speak the words Alan Tuta, and there will know you as friend of the blessed. I will await you return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. With the chat mode in say, oh for fuck's sake, enter Alan Tuta to greet the villagers of Slitherbow. What if I didn't? What if we just wrote all this crap out of the game because it sucks? Come on, mouse. You got this. You can do it. You can walk forward in a straight line. I believe in you. Alan Tuta. The elderly woman smiles warmly. I love a smiling elderly woman, especially when it's warm. Excuse me? It's like this. You have to do it just perfectly. Oh my god! For fuck's sake! Ah, a newly come traveler, Alan Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if you seem strangely reserved. We are quiet and taciturn people, silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Ursabel is a nice name. Away with you. Excuse me, but I know the secret language of Alan Tudyk, great comedian actor. Alan Chisi, welcome friend. I take it you will remain in the woods for some time, yes? Be wary of those woods. You will find poison in nearly everything you see, but fear not. Our medical tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Everyone who was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt that we're glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Tiny smiles. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoria, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug of water to the crops in the square. May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other can do the watering. Speak with Ursabel. Where you have finished, she will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and warm meal. Right then, I'll fill your water. Dear Schmizabel, I schmiss you well, and hope you're safe tonight. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Take the jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. You will have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to Menphilia and try again. Okay. You have watered half the plot. Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. Fetch a jug of water and put it in your pocket. Never let it fade away. Ursabel, I filled your well, and hope you're safe tonight. Ursabel has pretty clothes, too. Yes, I like her feathers. And her top is nice color. No, it's a very nice outfit. Can I have this outfit? What if I murdered you and stole your clothes? Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You watered the crops. My apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Todia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we could do to help? We could plant something if you'd like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I cannot understand why you might say that. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history, how our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history, but there is history that is told, and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything, their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost in the woods. Lost to the flood, where their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness, and in the truth, there would never faith. They found a new faith, a belief in the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls unto the blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remained in those woods for the same reason our founders first chose them. They were many, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulemoor, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy that they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. Keep their legacy alive. A helping hand. Who we talking to now? Runar. My dude. Done tending to the crops already. Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods. Sin Eaters. I fear they may have touched. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbough. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Todia's Heartstone? I must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for Sin Eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down, but if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days pass. Todia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her Heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the Heartstone of the deceased at the funeral as an offering to the heavens, but now... What if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we will deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. May the shadows keep you both. Alright, where are we going? There, the Sin Eaters. Ooh, it's one of the angels. Ooh, it's two of the angels. I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Let's go get it then. What? Shouldn't we hack a plan? Though there are only two. I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. I like this plan. Surely nothing will go wrong. They all have Ebola. Can't unhear it. Gotra, to my side. Speak with Minfilia. Where did you go, Minfilia? Bani, there you are. It's done, though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the bush. Or the brush. Whatever. Searching for jade in the bush. Yeah, found it. Did you have any luck? I did. It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I am to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We would hurry back to the Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. You don't know my talents half as well as Hank Thancred does unless you meet me in my bedchambers. Thank goodness you are safe. I have begun to fear the worst. Begun to fear the worst? You can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits into the sunless sea in the afterlife. Ever should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Todia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Bani and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out of the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really need our help. They were Sin Eaters, and as long as he accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let us just say a little birdie told me, and it's telling me now that Bani has business with us. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's been held in the darker, isn't it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. The darker. Oh, I need to sneeze. Is it gonna come? Is it a fake sneeze? Might have been a fake sneeze. Yes, it was a gooning sneeze. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points out a nearby corner where you might place it. Yes, this corner looks particularly candleless. It's a chubby, stout candle. Hope you don't mind if my chocobo attends this funeral as well. He's potty trained.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Let us begin.
Let the sacred death orgy begin. Hail Satan.
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menin. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul onto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her onto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I know I don't deserve such reverence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Welp, that seems like a good place to end. And we're keeping with our tradition of 2.5-hour streams all the way through this expansion, apparently. Yeah, sorry they've all been short. I just haven't really... I'm enjoying this expansion, but I just haven't really been in the mood to be streaming very much, so I apologize for that. What am I doing? What am I attempting to do? Oh yeah, teleport. You know what? Let's just go back to my normal place. Yeah, I want to keep going with the story. I am enjoying it. I just don't really feel up for streaming, I guess. I've just been tired. I slept like all day yesterday and today. My freaking sleep apnea is killing me. Literally. Alright. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time, and we'll play more of this, or we'll play the next chapter of Tell Me Why. Either one of those will happen. Who knows when? Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. But I will see you next time, and have a good rest of your night, and a good work week. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.